16 great years here. Sally said yesterday 4 presidential terms. So that's a long time. And we have had a blast. When we came, we were asked to pull together a divided fan base. That's a difficult fan base at times, and we were able to do that. Just a few experiences have been wonderful for us. Meeting Coach Royal and being around him and getting to know him on a personal basis like an older brother was unbelievable. I miss him today. The first day he walked out on the practice field, I was so proud to be the head coach at Texas and have him come out and stand there with his arm around you talking about his football team and see those white helmets with the Longhorn at the top. I remember the first game in the stadium with New Mexico State and being so proud to look out, and I'm so proud now the stadium looks much different now than it did then. But that was a wonderful first experience. Things have changed since 9/11, but when we got here, we used to have the pilot fly by the tower and show the team that they'd won the game from the away games and go by and see the lit tower from the sky, and all the kids would cheer. That was fun. Ricky's Heisman was a wonderful experience. The national championship and the BCS games were unbelievable and something that I will cherish. And we've also had our tough days too. The A&M bonfire was an experience that I really hate today on Thanksgiving, because the fact that those families lost their children. The call that we got about Cole Pittman dying on his way back for spring practice is something that every coach fears, that when you get that call that you've lost a child and something that's so special to someone else. So as the season ended with Steve Patterson coming in, as I promised you, we sat down on Friday afternoon, and he and I and Bill Powers had a great meeting. We had a good conversation. They expressed their support and they wanted me to stay. I told them that I'd like to talk to Sally and sleep on it, and we went through the banquet and got up the next day, and all of us met again and mutually decided that it was best for us to move on. There was still a divided fan base, and that's not fair for Texas. That's not fair for our players. That's not fair for our coaches, because they continued to be under undue pressure. So it was time for me to move on and let someone else come in and restart the program. This is a top 5 program annually. It may be the best job in the country. You should be in the mix every year. And it's time for Texas to get back in the mix like we were from 04 to 09. And that was a wonderful run. It was a lot of fun, and we haven't lived up to those expectations since 2010. There's great young players on this team, and the future is very bright. We're leaving it better than we found it, and it's been a fun ride.
The university in a whole variety of ways. He will, that is the role he'll play. It's a special assistant to the president. We'll sit down and work that out. It will give time to do commentary or consulting or what he wants to do. That's part of the contract, but he will have some role in representing the university, and it's not precisely defined, and we'll sit down and work that out.